Hello everybody, this is Silviu from Goatee Productions, and today I'm here with the first episode of our new series, The Story Thus Far, or as I like to call it, TSTF. This is a show where we take a look at games in a series with a sequel coming out and try to anticipate what's going to be in the sequel. This first episode will be focusing on a series that I really love. It's called Dead Rising, and the reason I'm doing it now is because Dead Rising 2 is available on Games with Gold on Xbox Live for Gold members, obviously, for the next 2 days. So feel free to get that, and remember, Dead Rising 2 Case Zero is also available for free. Alright, let's start with some facts about Dead Rising 3 then. First of all, it's going to be released in November of 2013, exclusively for the Xbox One. The exact date isn't given, but another release date for a separate game on the Xbox One has been leaked, which is November the 12th. So it's either going to be a launch title or within that launch window, so 2 to 3 weeks after the release of the Xbox One. So I'm going ahead and call it right now. It's going to be November the 12th. Speaking of timing, it takes place approximately 10 years after the end of the second game, and is focusing on the protagonist Nick Ramos in the city of Los Perdidos, California. I hope I'm saying that right. But enough about things like that. Now let's just focus a little bit on the story of the first and the second game. Now I will try to keep spoilers to a minimum, but the series is called The Story Thus Far, so I sort of have to talk a little bit about those. Yeah, they come with the territory here. Now let me just give a quick rundown on the first and the second game. In the first, you play as Frank West in the fictional town of Willamette, or more accurately, Willamette Mall, until a little bit at the end where shit gets crazy. And in the second one, you play as Chuck Green in Fortune City, or more accurately, Fortune City's Mall. Are you seeing some sort of pattern here? Okay, like I said, bare minimum, that's the most I'm going to talk about the first two without just talking about the gameplay of them. So let me just do a quick pros and cons list about, the first and the second one, what they did right, wrong, and before I do that, I enjoy these games thoroughly. There are just a couple things that sort of get on my nerves, nothing super major. Moving on. Con number 1, the loading screens. Boy, I thought they were bad in Dead Rising 1, but they are just as bad in Dead Rising 2. I went back and replayed it, and man, yeah, they're as bad as I remember. But with the Xbox One's new magic technology, they will have a world that's apparently twice as big as Dead Rising 1 and 2 put together, and yet still be a completely open world with flawless integration, no loading screens, just straight from one area to the next, which sounds amazing. 10 out of 10 on that part from me. Con number 2, and this has sort of been what I don't like the most about Dead Rising, and again, I'll stress, I really enjoy the games, but this is just one thing that bugs me so much. Can you guess what it is? It's the unfair enemies. They will always knock you down, no matter how they do it, whether it be explosives, just their gun, or knock you back even, or just punching you in the face with a microphone. No spoilers, but seriously, anyone that knows what I'm talking about with the microphone at the end of one of them, what was, like, really? I have a lead pipe here, and you're telling me that does nothing to you, but you have a microphone and you suddenly knock me to the ground? What? That's not a thing. Like, I have one right here, I'm not gonna bump it, I'm not an asshole, but come on, seriously? So hopefully that's one thing that they sort out. And honestly, those are my only 2 gripes. Other than that, I have nothing. These are the only things I dislike about those games. The gameplay is great. The uniqueness of the weapon customizations is awesome. I'm a little bit sad that they took out the picture taking from the first one, though they sort of rectified that with the Case West DLC. I hope that does make a comeback in the third one. As well, the weapon customization is something that they're improving on, by which you can just customize your weapons anywhere you want, not just add a workbench, which is going to be great. I don't know how many times I bring back weapons just to put them together at the workbench, and find myself, getting eaten along the way and I have no food, because my entire inventory consists of boxing gloves and motor oil. It honestly looks like they're only making improvements to the game. And before you say anything about the escort system, I actually enjoyed that. But that's just my opinion. There you have it, what I like about the Dead Rising franchise, what I don't like about it, and what I expect to see in Dead Rising 3, or at least hope so. That expect sounds really presumptuous. Please go ahead and tell me what you like about the Dead Rising series in the comments, and I will see you next time.